Hello guys, this is your boy Sbac here and welcome to another interesting episode. Guys, in today's video, I'm going to show you the differences between a VPN and a VPS, all right? Because a lot of the times, many robotic traders get it twisted. You know, when you tell them you need a VPN, when you tell them you need a VPS, you see, I got it confused right there. When you tell them you need a VPS, they'll be like, is it a VPN? I already have a VPN. No, they are two complete different things, all right? So in this video, I'm going to break down the differences between these two and let you know when you need one and when you need the other one. Question is, can you have a need of both two in your trading journey? The answer is yes. Stick behind to the very end of the video and you will understand both two and know when to use each one of them. All right, so without further ado, let's start it. Okay, so guys, let's begin with a VPN. All right, what is a VPN? A VPN simply stands for virtual private network. Okay, and what does a VPN does? Allows you to have access to services, internet services that are outside your country. Okay, so if in your country there are some limitations as to what you can see, some of the offers or some of the services provided in your country, with a VPN you can go beyond that. Let me use this term, you can bypass it. Okay, that's the right term. You can bypass the restrictions in your country and see other services in other country. Okay, so example, if you're watching YouTube in your country, let's say if you're in America, if you don't have a VPN, you'll be only seeing content in America, all right? But when you have a VPN and you turn your VPN to connect to, let's say, a country in Africa or a country in Europe, okay, now you can have access to the content that the people in that country watch. So what will happen is when you refresh your browser, okay, when you go back to YouTube, once you connect to a VPN located in one of these countries, okay, and you go back to, let's say, YouTube, you close your browser, you open it again, and you go back to YouTube, it will give you YouTube, instead of giving you YouTube normal, okay, it will give you YouTube, let's say Italy, or it will give you YouTube NL, Netherlands, okay? So depending on which country you connect to, all right, you will have access to the informations in those countries, all right? VPN comes in handy for many other things, all right? Now, before I will tell you the reason why as Forex traders, we will need a VPN, okay? Let's go and find out what is a VPS, all right? There are a lot of other benefits for VPN. Okay, I'm not here to make all the list, all right? It can help you get cheap tickets, services to different movie, Netflix movie, Amazon Prime movies in different countries, and the list goes on, all right? But I'm not here to give you that information, okay? Let's move to what is a VPS, okay? A VPS simply stands for virtual private server. Okay, a virtual private server. And what is a virtual private server? Guys, I've done a very detailed video on that in my video called how to install a Forex robot on your VPS. Okay, so if you've not watched that video, you can go and watch it. Okay, so basically a VPS is like a virtual computer. Okay, most of the times the operation system that you will find is Windows, most popular, the common one, okay, or Linux. So a VPS is just a cloud computer. Okay, so the computer that you will have on your computer, on your local computer, now it's no more on your local computer, it's on cloud. Okay, and it is connected to internet 24/7, and whatever thing you do with your local computer, you can do that same thing on the VPS. Okay, and you alone have the access to that virtual computer. Okay, you alone can use that virtual computer. Nobody else can use that virtual computer. Okay, so Do we comprende? So guys, now that we know the differences between a VPN and a VPS, all right, now let's try and understand as a forex trader, when do these two tools comes in handy? When do you need these two tools? All right, now a VPS, let's start with a VPS first. A VPS, guys, if you're a robotic trader, you must be familiar with it by now. All right, a VPS is very, very essential for everyone that has robots or that wants to use robots, because for you to know how good your robots are, okay, you need to put them on a VPS so that they can be trading 24/7, 24/5. Why? Because robots can trade even when you are asleep. Are you getting me? That is why you need a VPS, so that it will be always connected to the internet and it will be always on and it can trade anytime. If you set your robot on your computer, on your local computer, you can't leave your computer on 24/7 throughout the whole year. No, the computer will go nuts, right? And you don't want that, okay? That is why we buy a VPS and put it on, okay? You will say, oh, okay, I'm gonna turn my computer on 24/7. I don't have any problem. I have two computers. I'll leave one on 24/7. Problem is when your internet service gets messy, all right? Get roughy. You are in danger, okay? You are in danger because the robots won't trade. They won't trade anymore because they don't have access to internet. That is why we leverage on the possibility of a VPS, all right? It's always connected to the internet, very, very fast, and you have the access to it to do whatever thing you have to do with your robots, and your robots will be trading 24/7, okay, without disconnecting from the internet. All right, so you install your MetaTrader and everything there, and you're ready to go. Okay, what about a VPN? Guys, a VPN, okay, is example, let's say if you're living in America, all right, and you want to trade with a certain broker, okay, but the broker that you want to trade with is located in another country. Or let's say you are in Africa or in Europe and you want to trade with a broker, but the broker doesn't offer a certain service to you in Europe or in America. Then you will need a VPN, a virtual private network, okay, so that you will connect to the country in which they offer the services that you need. All right, example could be, maybe let's say if you need to trade volatility indices with Deriv in Africa, that they offer a lot of services in Africa. They offer a lot of services to people in Europe. All right, now they give you the possibility to trade synthetic indices. So if you want to trade synthetic indices that you can even trade during the weekend, okay, synthetic indices are basically simulated market, okay. So if let's say you are in Europe, maybe, or in America, you may not have access to all the volatilities that they offer to people in Africa, okay. So if you want to have access to that, you have to have a VPN so that you will connect to a country in Africa. Once you log into the Deriv accounts again, or their browser, once you go on their browser, since you are now connected to the VPN, once now you go to their browser, it will begin to show you the information that someone in Africa will see. Vice versa, okay. Let's say if you are in Africa, okay, and you want to trade with a certain broker, okay, and the broker don't offer certain services in Africa, but you want to trade with that broker, you need a VPN, okay. So you get that VPN and you connect to a country in Europe, okay. And once you connect to the country in Europe, now you go back to their website, okay, the broker's website, and they will now give you access into their website, because they will now see that you are connected to a country in Europe, okay. So basically that is what the VPN does. Let's say it marks the identity of your IP address, giving you a fake, okay, a fake IP address located in a different country, okay. So that is when, as traders, we need a VPN, okay. But it comes with some certain complexities, okay. Some of it could be that, okay, so now I've make it to connect to a certain broker, okay, in a certain country. Okay, I'm in America. I've been able to connect to a broker in Europe, okay, through VPN. Okay, now remember, when you begin to make money or when you want to trade with a live account, you have to register. Okay, so if you have to register with the broker, ladies and gentlemen, you will need an European address. You will need an European account to verify your identity. Where are you going to get them from? It makes sense to use a VPN when, let's say, you were living in Europe, you were trading in Europe, you have all your documents and everything, you have a proof of address, everything in Europe, and let's say you relocated to, let's say, America for holidays, for a long time holiday, for let's say 1 year, 2 years, all right, and you still want to trade with your broker in Europe, that is where you need a VPN, all right, so that when you are away in America, you can still connect to your broker, and when they even ask you for proof of address in Europe, you have your address in Europe, you have your banks in Europe, so you can provide them all these documents. You just have to go to your browser and download all these documents, and you can give to your broker. Okay, so I believe the understanding behind a VPN and a VPS is now clear, guys. The only way I will understand, as I say, is when you hit that like button. All right, smash the like button, let me know that you've understood, and if there is something that is not clear and you want me to throw more light on it, leave it in the comment section and I'll come in and I'll help you out. All right. Okay, so guys, I will take you to my desktop and I will show you what a VPS is and what a VPN is. All right, just a quick idea. All right, just a quick glimpse. Okay, so guys, here we are on my desktop, and this is the VPN that I use. All right, I use Sbac. Okay, Sbac. And there are other VPNs outside there. Some are free, some are not free. So like this one, it's not free. All right. I just like their service, and I've been using it for quite a long time, and it's quite solid. Okay. So Sbac, just to show you a little bit of how a VPS work. Okay. So you have your settings area where you can go and change your password and all these kind of things. You have this area too, whereby you can go and search for other things or maybe even locations, and you have this area for alerts and VPS, VPN, other service, and the list goes on. All right, sometimes they offer other service too. So these are the locations. All right, these are the locations. So guys, you can see they have different locations here, so you can connect to each one of them. Like I can decide to connect to Switzerland, and you see it loading, and very soon it will connect to Switzerland. Boom, here we are. You see, so now I'm connected to Switzerland. Okay, so when I open my browser and I go to Google, you will see that it will begin to show me different contents over there. All right, like when I open my browser, Google, okay, accept all. Do you see Switzerland? Because I connected the VPS to Switzerland. All right, let's go to, let's say, Singapore. Yeah, Singapore. So they have two different types, the virtual one and the physical one. All right, okay, you see Singapore. So that is that. All right, that is how the VPS work. So now, from now on, every content that you will be seeing here will be related to Singapore. All right, and I come here, and you can see YouTube SG Singapore. All right, so when I click on, okay, so you see showing me content in Singapore. All right, so back home, and a VPN, y'all have already seen a VPN a lot of times on my channel. Okay, so guys, you got to go on my channel and you will see a lot of topics on VPN. All right, but just quickly, for those that don't want to go and search, this is a VPN. All right, and here we are, continue. Okay, so I'm logging into my VPN. So I'm using a Mac computer, but I have a Windows on it. Why? Thanks to VPN. All right, you can have as many VPN as you want. All right, I have two VPNs. VPS. All right, you can have as much VPS as you want, not VPN. Okay, so you see my MetaTrader connected, and this is it. Okay, this is it. Okay, good. All right, so guys, that is that. Okay, so let's move to the conclusion. So guys, in conclusion, the question that many people ask themselves, can a VPS replace a VPN? Okay, or vice versa? Now you've got it, right? The two are not the same. Okay, there is a big difference between the two. All right, so guys, yeah, I think I'll bring this lecture to an end, and guys, I think I did justice to it. All right, so guys, if you did enjoy this lesson, make sure you leave a comment in the comment section that yeah, you did enjoy it, and I thank you very much for your time. Guess what, guys, I'm gonna leave you and I'll prove this message. I'm gonna see you in the next video.